Aerial shots of bustling U.S. cities, Las Vegas lights, New York skyscrapers, Miami beaches. Sound. Upbeat music fades to eerie silence. Picture this. Planes touch down, hotels brim with guests, and restaurants hum with foreign accents. Then, in an instant, it stops. Flights go empty. Rental cars gather dust. Room keys stay unclaimed. Canadian tourists, millions of them, are vanishing from American cities. Not by chance, but by choice. A quiet boycott is unfolding across the border, and it's shaking the foundation of some of America's biggest tourism hubs. From sun-drenched beaches to neon-lit strips, entire economies are at risk. The consequences aren't coming, they're already here. Stay with us as we reveal the 10 U.S. cities that could lose everything, and why most people have no idea. 10 U.S. cities at risk. The Canadian tourism crisis. Clips of Canadian tourists at U.S. attractions, followed by empty streets and closed shops. Canadians are among the top international visitors to the U.S., with over 20 million crossing the border annually, spending billions of dollars. They fuel hotels, restaurants, theme parks, and local businesses. But something's changing. Political tensions, a weakening Canadian dollar, and shifting travel trends are driving Canadians to stay home or travel elsewhere. This isn't just a blip, it's a growing crisis. Today, we're counting down the 10 U.S. cities most vulnerable to the silent boycott. If you live in one of these places or rely on tourism, this could hit closer to home than you think. Let's dive in. Quick zoom to Las Vegas skyline. Number 10. Las Vegas, Nevada. Vegas Strip at night. Slot machines, empty casino floors. Las Vegas thrives on excess bright lights, endless entertainment, and crowds that never stop. But one group keeps this machine running: Canadians. Over 1.7 million Canadian visitors flood Vegas each year, spending more than $1.4 billion. That's more than the entire population of Phoenix walking the Strip, filling hotels, and fueling shows. Now, imagine those seats empty. A Canadian boycott could get casino revenue, slash hotel bookings, and quiet restaurant crowds. Vegas has survived recessions, but this is different: quiet, intentional, and political. If Canadians stay home, Sin City's losing streak could be one it can't bluff its way out of. Before we move on, hit that subscribe button to stay ahead of stories like this. Trust us, you won't believe what's next.
Number 9. Los Angeles, California. Hollywood sign, Venice Beach, empty Rodeo Drive. Los Angeles is all glitz and glamour, sunshine, celebrities, and blockbuster dreams. But behind the Hollywood glow, there's a crack forming. Over 1.5 million Canadians visit LA annually, dropping nearly $1.5 billion into its economy. From Venice Beach boardwalks to Beverly Hills boutiques, Canadian dollars keep small businesses alive. Without them, hotels see vacancies, museums lose visitors, and retail slows to a crawl. Many don't realize how fragile this success is until it's too late. With political tensions rising between the US and Canada, LA's momentum is at risk. One missed season could dim the City of Angels' shine. Quick cut to New York City skyline. Number 8. New York City, New York. Times Square crowds, empty Broadway theaters, quiet Fifth Avenue. New York City feels invincible: skyscrapers piercing the clouds, taxes flooding the streets, tourists snapping photos everywhere. But even giants have weak spots. Canada sends roughly 1.5 million visitors to the Big Apple each year, injecting over $1.5 billion into its economy. These travelers stay longer and spend more, propping up Broadway, Fifth Avenue shops, and iconic museums. If Canadians pull back, hotel bookings drop, ticket sales slip, and restaurants feel the pinch. A 2024 report showed a 6% dip in Canadian visitors compared to pre-pandemic levels. That's not a hypothetical, it's happening. New York's economy may seem bulletproof, but losing one of its most loyal visitor groups could crack its foundation. Number 7. Orlando, Florida. Disney World castles, empty theme park lines, quiet resorts. Orlando is a fantasy land: castles, fireworks, and families living the dream. But those dreams rely heavily on Canadian visitors. Nearly 1.8 million Canadians visit Orlando annually, drawn to Disney World and Universal Studios, spending over $900 million. That's 150,000 Canadians searching for Orlando flights every month. But now, they're vanishing. Political reasons, rising costs, or new travel preferences, whatever the cause, the impact is real. Theme parks could see attendance plummet, seasonal jobs disappear, and local businesses struggle. Orlando's magic depends on its northern neighbors. Without them, the fairy tale fades. Don't miss the rest of this countdown. Subscribe now to keep up with the stories shaping our world.
Number 6. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Fort Lauderdale beaches, yachts, empty condo towers. Fort Lauderdale sparkles with yachts, palm trees, and beachfront luxury. For decades, Canadian snowbirds and vacationers have shaped this city, buying condos, chartering boats, and filling hotels from November to March. Over 800,000 Canadians visit annually, injecting hundreds of millions into the economy. But now, they're pulling back, some for political reasons, others due to a struggling Canadian dollar. Condo sales are slowing, shops are shuttering, and rental cars sit idle. Fort Lauderdale's seasonal engine is sputtering, and without its northern lifeline, the city's postcard-perfect surface could erode. Number 5. Miami, Florida. Miami skyline, Ocean Drive, quiet art galleries. Miami pulses with energy-gleaming skyscrapers, vibrant nightlife, and beaches that scream paradise. Canadians have long been a driving force here, with over 1 million visitors annually spending nearly $1 billion. They buy luxury condos, dine in Wynwood, and shop in Coral Gables. But the tide is turning. Currency challenges, political friction, and changing travel habits are keeping Canadians away. Real estate is slowing, vacation rentals are empty, and festivals feel the loss. Miami's economy seems diverse, but losing Canadian tourism could expose cracks that even this resilient city has struggled to repair. We're halfway through. Subscribe to catch the top 4 cities facing this crisis. Number 4. Honolulu, Hawaii. Waikiki Beach. Empty hotel lobbies, quiet restaurants. Honolulu is paradise, blue waters, swaying palms, and sunsets that take your breath away. For Canadians, it's a winter escape, with tens of thousands arriving via direct flights from Vancouver, Calgary, and Toronto. They stay longer, spend freely, and return year after year. But rising travel costs, a weak Canadian dollar, and cheaper alternatives like Mexico are softening this surge. Honolulu's hotels, tour operators, and restaurants rely on this seasonal boost. Without it, jobs vanish, vacation rentals sit empty, and the economy falters. In a one-industry town like Honolulu, losing Canadian tourists could mean a slow, painful retreat.
Number 3. San Francisco, California. Golden Gate Bridge, empty Alcatraz tours, quiet cafes. San Francisco dazzles with its Golden Gate Bridge and tech-fueled charm, but it's quietly being squeezed. Over 300,000 Canadians visit annually, supporting high-end hotels, Alcatraz tours, and small businesses in neighborhoods like the Mission. But fewer are coming. A struggling Canadian dollar, rising airfare, and concerns about safety are denting the city's appeal. For a city already grappling with tech layoffs and declining downtown traffic, losing Canadian tourism could be devastating. Cafes close, boutiques shutter, and the city's vibrancy fades. San Francisco is not ready for this hit. Number 2. Seattle, Washington. Pike Place Market, empty cruise terminals, quiet ferries. Seattle sparkles with coffee, tech giants, and Pacific Northwest charm. Its proximity to Canada makes it a favorite for Vancouver residents, bringing in billions in cross-border spending. But Canadian visitors are slowing down, hit by rising hotel rates, border restrictions, and a weak dollar. Downtown retail, Pike Place Market, and even Alaska cruises from Seattle feel the sting. Restaurants empty, ferry routes scale back, and small businesses struggle. Seattle's connection to Canada is more than a border, it's an economic lifeline. If that flow slows, the city's vibrancy could fade fast. Number 1. Chicago, Illinois. Chicago skyline, empty Millennium Park, quiet Navy Pier. Chicago stands tall, iconic skyline, bustling lakefront, America's heartland hub, but it's more vulnerable than you think. Canadians flock here, filling theaters, restaurants, and shops along the magnificent mile. Yet, in 2024, cross-border air traffic from Canada dropped nearly 6% from pre-pandemic levels. Economic challenges, rising travel costs, and shifting preferences are keeping Canadians away. This isn't just about tourism, it's about jobs, local businesses, and the city's vibrancy. Retail vacancies rise, service jobs vanish, and neighborhoods lose their spark. Chicago survived tough times, but this quiet drain could reshape its future in ways no one sees coming. Montage of all 10 cities, then a call to action graphic. These 10 cities: Las Vegas, Los Angeles, New York, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Honolulu, San Francisco, Seattle, and Chicago are at a crossroads. Canadian tourism isn't just a bonus, it's a lifeline. As political tensions, economic shifts, and travel trends reshape the border, the impact is already rippling. This isn't just about empty hotels or quiet restaurants, it's about communities, jobs, and the future of these iconic destinations. What happens next depends on choices made today. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let's keep uncovering the stories that matter. Subscribe now, share this video, and tell us in the comments which city surprised you the most. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.